Hold line, Toto, legendary drummer. Look him up. His name is Jeff Porcaros. God, I can't even talk today. Jeff Porcaros. There we are. Some people would say that he was a great pioneer, and he was. Hold the Line starts with a big flam, and that's the flam there, accented with F, which means forte. The beats per minute is 96 beats per minute, classic rock. It's in 12/8, which means there's 12 quavers or 12 eighth notes in a bar. So it starts with the last three. I count it in 2 blocks of sixes. So 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you got 1, 2, 3, which you got this dot after every crotchet to indicate that you got 3 quavers, because a crotchet equals 2 quavers or 2 eighth notes, and a dot after it means that it's increased by a half. So 2 and a half more of 2 is 3. So that means you count that as 3. 1, 2, 3. The quaver rest, count it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that holds for 3 quavers, and these hold for 2 quavers. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you've got a crash bass, and then follow the vertical rule and crash 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's purely academic if you're going to criticize how I'm going to count, but whatever system works for you, stick to that and make it your own system, as long as you're following it in a good, sensible way. So here you got a lot of basses with hat, snare, and bass. So bass, bass, hat, snare, and bass, open, closed, snare with the bass, bass, snare. More of the same, of course. Open and then crash bass, more of the same, previously done, nothing new here. So that is the same as that, except you got the no, that's actually new. So yeah, this leads into the groove, which is groove B or section B, bass, stat, bass, bass, stat, bass, and it follows the very melodic bass line. Crashed, bass, stat, bass, 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 stat, bass, 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 stat, bass, 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 stat, bass, and then same groove again. So these 2 bars reoccur, another one, another one, another one here. So these repeats just refer to the previous 2 bars, and then you got the bar that leads into section C, which is a bit like section E as well, except section E also turns into section F. But anyway, so this bar is bass, bass, stat, bass, bass. Then you just gradually get louder here with the crescendo marking with the open hats. Close it nice and crisp here, and then you hold on to this groove. Bass, hat, snare, bass, bass, stat, bass, stat, bass, da. So open on the 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold it. 5, 6, with another open. Then crash bass, close it on the second stroke. I sometimes close it with the bass. It really doesn't matter as far as I'm concerned. Crash, closed, stat, bass, stat with the bass. And then you do the same bars again. You could have written repeats here. These 2 are the same as these 2. And then you got a kind of movement away from locking into that groove, bass, stat, bass, bass, stat, bass, and then more of the same sort of groove. And then you got some nice little crashes here that lock in with the bass guitar, bass, bass, snare, bass, crash, snare, crash, then crash, and into this groove again. Same as section B, except you've got a nice little open hi-hat that sits on the 5 and closes on the 6. So here it's 1 2 3 4 5 6, 1 2 3 4 5, and open and close there. And you do that once, and then the second time, third time, fourth time, as in these two bars. And then you got a very, very similar outro from that section with the open hats there. Stat da da, stat da da, close, and nice and big for E. And the same basic groove. We've done this before, right? All the same with the hat snare basses, and then you open in on the 4 and also the 6, and you close in after the crash. And locking in here for 1, again, same groove. Here you're leading out into a nice little improvised fill here. I did 1 2 d da da d da 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 da, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6, and all a variation of snares and toms, crash basses. You could go intricate with the open hats here and there as well, but it's not necessary. Whatever you want here, just fill it in something like, just do some drum gymnastics, just move around the kit beautifully, and then crash, and then you got open hats all the way through here, nice and big and strong. You got bass, snare, floor and bass all on its own. It's kind of like a punctuated point there, and then back to the hats, crash bass, same groove, and then bass snare, crash crash on the 6 1. So there's bass stat, crash crash. You got, I did that. Yep, I did all of this pretty much correct. More of the same. You've done that. You've done this before. You've done that before. Then you got this big tom tom drum fill, which I'm pretty sure I did correct. Bass snare, bass flam, 1 1 1 1 1 1, floor, crashed, bass stat, bass. So I just count this out as 1 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and crash. And then you got the same. Oh no, you got bass stat, bass snatch, bass stat, bass flam, tom 1, floor, crashed. And we've already done this before. And then you got a flam, bass, and then this little bit you've done before. 4 5 6 on the flam on the snare, tom 1, floor, crashed, bass snare, bass snare, bass snare. So this is 1 and 2 3 and 4 5 and 6 1, and then you close the hat, and then you outro out of the song. Bass snare, bass snare, bass snare, crash bass, 1 2 3 4 5 6, crash, snare, flam bass, flam bass, crash bass. Rest for the rest of it. So you crash bass for 1, and then that ends the song. And this is how it sounds.
Hold the line. 1 2 3